Today, I want to guide you through a simple drawing practice with a very clear purpose. We are doing this to activate inner flow, deepen focus, open space for creative solutions, and access clarity in a practical way. This is the kind of clarity that helps you think better, feel more organized inside, and approach your work and life with more coherence. This is the foundational element of NeuroGraphica, and it begins with something we call NeuroLine. The official definition of a NeuroLine is this: it's a line that never repeats itself, and we take it where we do not expect it to go. That is important. It never repeats itself, and we guide it away from prediction. And why does this matter? Because our minds are patterned. We think in familiar tracks, we anticipate outcomes, we repeat emotional reactions. And when your hand moves in a way that interrupts expectation, your brain has to stay present. It cannot run fully on autopilot. That is where flow and focus begin to activate. So now let's draw. Take a pen, pencil, or a marker and place it on paper. Begin moving it slowly and let your line travel across the page from one edge to the other. And as you move, notice when your mind expects the line to continue in a certain direction. Then gently guide it elsewhere, not sharply, not aggressively, just intentionally. You can let it curve, you can let it shift, you can let it wander. But remember that it never repeats itself, and you take it where you do not expect it to go. Once you're done with the first line, draw the next one. Draw 2, 3, or as many as you feel. There's not a fixed number. For some people, 2 or 3 lines already shift something, and for others, 5 or more feel right. As you draw, notice your breathing. Notice your shoulders. Notice your thoughts. You may feel your attention narrowing in a helpful way. You may feel your body softening. You may notice ideas starting to connect. This is the beginning of flow. Your mind is engaged, but not strained. Continue to add more lines until you feel like it's enough. And then pause for just a moment. And now we move on to the next step. Where your lines intersect, you will notice sharp angles. In NeuroGraphica, we round these corners. You can take your pen and begin softening the intersections. Instead of leaving a sharp crossing, create a smooth curve that blends the lines together. Round one intersection at a time. The purpose of rounding is very practical. Sharp angles represent internal tension, conflict, or fragmentation. When we round them, we symbolically and neurologically soften inner resistance. We create more flow. We teach the brain that opposing elements can be integrated. As you round, notice what happens inside you. Do you feel more ease? More spaciousness, more flow or creativity in the way that you're thinking. Keep rounding until the intersections feel visually softer and more harmonious to you. This is important. The drawing does not need to be beautiful by artistic standards. It simply needs to feel more coherent to you than when you began. You can pause the video right now to finish rounding all the intersections, all the sharp edges. And once you're done, take a look at your drawing. This is not just a drawing, it's a trace of your attention. You can use this practice in very specific moments. When you want to generate creative ideas, when you're searching for answers within yourself, or when you're studying or listening to meaningful information and want deeper comprehension. I personally use NeuroGraphica almost daily. When I'm writing or contemplating something important, my pages are filled with flowing lines around the words. The movement helps me think. It helps me access creative solutions, and it helps me stay focused while my mind is processing. Instead of drifting, I engage. And instead of forcing answers, I allow clarity to emerge. This practice is especially supportive for thoughtful, responsible, reflective people who carry a lot mentally. It gives the mind something intentional to do, so deeper layers can reorganize. And the best part is its simplicity. Paper, pen, pencil, or marker, and your attention. The flow begins with the movement. Focus strengthens through your presence in the moment, and creative solutions appear when tension softens, which happens naturally. Clarity often arrives when we stop pushing and begin allowing. So try this during your next moment of overthinking, or the next time you are listening to something important, or before journaling about a question that matters to you. Draw, round, and notice. Sometimes the smallest practices create the most meaningful internal shifts. Draw your way into a meaningful direction. Visit heartflow.life for more.